Yeah, he got me. He got me. And this guy, this is all you get because that's all I got. Yeah, this is my other rescue there. Aloha, kids. Anybody's watching? This is Uncle Martin. I'm sorry I was gone for a couple days. Some unexpected things happened. Kind of negative, but I only like positive stories. Well, the best I can anyway. There's a lot of information out there that might not be positive. So, okay, gaming official 9090. You said was well, you. Here I am live. I'm going to explain all those questions you had for me just a minute ago. Now, okay, I just did a cartoon. It was like a short. It's like a minute and 10 seconds. I just posted it about. I think it was like about noon today. It was called Operation Northwoods. Northwoods. Now, what I want you to, well, just Google, was Operation Northwoods a fake? You'll get a plethora of information. And the reason I'm saying this is because when I posted this, it was, yeah, I'm from TikTok too. I don't believe in those guys because there's too many bots. I would not believe half the things that they say of as far as uh, being they join your club. Now there's a half of my people are bots. I know they are. Yeah, I can't prove it, but I know on YouTube probably I maybe have 5% bots, but the 90% I've got human beings. Is what I'm saying. So I post. Okay, what I did today was about noon. I posted a cartoon, and it says propaganda on it. I didn't know it said propaganda. It's not propaganda. Um, it's true. That cartoon that I just did noon, 1 minute and 10 seconds. That's all I'm going to say on it. It's about Operation Woods, Woods, and you just Google, hey, is Operation Woods fake? Please do, because then it'll go into telling you the truth of what happened. What happened then? It wasn't very happy. No, it wasn't. So I had. Okay, I'm on X too, not X2, but just X. I just throw shorts out there too to see what happens. I cast out there. I'm a fisherman, so I sent one out there too, but they didn't put it up there. Why wouldn't they put it up there? That is my question. Is there something behind this? Okay, so okay, uh, YTTG 9090. You asked me a question. Was the mafia involved? Possibly, but I think it was a joint. Okay, all I'm going to say is because I got a story to tell you that has nothing to do with this, so I don't know what the thumbnail is going to be, but I'm just trying to get things out of the way. And this is what I'm saying. My numbers. November, October, March. It was March. March of 1962. See, I have nothing to read today. It's all in my memory that I'll do the best I can. So it was in March something, 10, 12, somewhere in there. March of 62. Hey, I got nothing for you. This guy he thinks I got another one. I only had one. So in that time period of Operation Woods, March of 62, there was a lot of stuff that's going to happen to people here in the United States that was negative because there was five-star generals and I don't want to say CIA, but I guess they were kind of involved too. Mafia, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know the whole gamut of it. But was it even a year that later? It was like November. I do remember this. November 22nd of 63, Kennedy was shot. Now, why would that be? Well, this is why. Because that little cartoon that you were going to watch, maybe, that I just put up, there were some negative things that were going to happen to the Americans, and the only person that stood up and said no was President John F. Kennedy. So I don't know, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Oh, wow. It wasn't too many months later that he was taken out. Hey, maybe it's just a coincidence. That's what they say on Google when you say, hey, was there any coincidence between these people and John F. Kennedy? No, they said, no, there's no evidence. No evidence at all. I got to put my glasses on. Hey, Randall's, hey, Uncle Martin. Hey, how you doing? Nice hat, thank you. Hey, Deborah Hoare. Hi. Hope that's your real name. Horr. Hey, Deborah. Randall's on. Randall's. I hope you're a nice guy. And Deborah Hoare. I like your hat. Bless your heart. This hat's been through a lot of things. It's a mini Tonka. Mini Tonka. Just go online. Mini Tonka. You can get one. Very reasonable, actually. Okay. Jahal, Randall's. Hey, guys. All you guys watching real like late here. I'm just talking about the last. Yeah, what's up, Randall's? You want to know what's up? I just posted at noon a cartoon. Randall's, you love me, man. You want to know what's up, and you love me? Hey, that's fantastic. So we got what I just did at noon. I posted for my TikTok because we don't get it on YouTube. So I did a cartoon, but it says propaganda. It ain't no propaganda, okay? It's true stuff. That's what I'm saying. Just Google Operation Northwoods. Is it fake? And at this time, Google will tell you the truth. I don't know, in 10 minutes they might not. So I say do it sooner than later. It's what it was Bay of Pigs. It was back in the day. I was only a kid, you know, I could care less about that. I was watching cartoons. But as I got more experience, hey, all these mosquitoes, they're landing on me. Interesting. But they're not biting me. Maybe I got that aura about me. So you want to check out, just Google that, would you please? You'll get so much information that our president, JFK, was taken out, I think less than a year later. My mind, November, no, and that was in March 62 to November 22nd, 63. Didn't take very much long. President Kennedy said to all the generals, this is very negative. You're now being demoted. Well, it's not very positive when you do that to generals, right? Hey, Randall, you're making some Parmesan pesto. Hey, I love pesto. Basil, very nice. Very healthy. It also keeps mosquitoes away. I should have put some of that on me. Just many things I could tell you about mosquitoes and how the repellent. Another story, another time. So President Kennedy, they say, oh, by the way, if you Google it, they'll say, yeah, the CIA has nothing to do with this. But when they put this out in 1996, this information, and then President Trump put more information out there. So you draw your own conclusions. I'm not putting out anything. I'm just saying, hey, was Operation Woods a fake? Google it, please. And get back to me. Give me a comment. Okay, JJL, that sounds good. I have to figure out what I want for dinner. Hey, you know what? A little pesto, little angel hair pasta, a little butter, pesto. That's all you need. Maybe a little Parmesan cheese. Nothing extravagant. I'm just going with a little something tasty for you tonight. Yeah, Randall's very interesting, Uncle Martin. Yeah, well, you know what? It's more than interesting. I didn't even know about it. I mean, I was a kid. I was watching cartoons. And then I came across this, and I had to post it. That's all. Yeah, you got to go. Somebody's trying to interfere with my live here. Ryan H., answer the Hey, Ryan H. Answer the interesting question. Hey, Ryan H. What's the question? If it's from your heart, I'll be happy to answer it to you. If it's something else, you probably have to block you. Not that I block anybody. I think it's just automatic you do that. Okay. So getting on from what I've just talked about the last 10 minutes, very important. Google, was Operation Woods a fake? See what you come up with and give me a comment. I demand it. I command it. I want it. All right? Nicest dude. Don't be mean to him. Hey, Jahal. Uncle Martin is the nicest dude. Don't be mean to him. Who would want to be mean to Uncle Martin? Maybe this mosquito. I just got him right there. Yeah, I'm still pretty quick. But there's about 100 more around me. We've had a lot of rain. We're going to have some more rain. That's why I wasn't going to do this, but I think I got a little sunlight left to where I can just go through this little quick story. Now, I talked about a shaman medicine man that when I went out into the desert and I lived for 1 year, just barefoot, a blanket, and a staff. That's all I had. Well, I had my 67 Camaro. That was pretty cool. It only had 44,000 miles on it. That would be pretty cool because it was 1976 and it was 1967 for it to have that little mileage. There's a reason behind it, but I can't go into that. That'd be another story. So this is the story I got for you. The shaman gave us many tests. It wasn't just me. His whole entourage got tests. He asked everybody to do things, and it seemed like I was the winner on a lot of them. What do we got? Yeah, there it is. Okay, babe, come on. I gotta get my dog down. Yeah, I always have this rock close. Hey, man, there was some spiders on this. I got spiders on my rock here. Okay, so this rock here, as I said in the past, he wanted a rock that had no holes in it. Here comes little Skippy again. No rocks. Okay, you can't. Yeah, maybe you can see. There's no holes in there. It's just around the rock, and it was a pyramid rock that I found, and that's what I'm talking about. If you ever go back to Yaki Shaman Medicine Man, it'll explain the rock. He wanted us to find this, not this rock. This is better than any other rock that a pyramid rock with a hole in it that goes in, and it has a pyramid inside it. I'm in a cave that used to be a pyramid. It was for thousands of years for initiation. It used to be a pyramid, and then it broke down to a dome. And I had the best time of my life there. Everybody else couldn't spend a night. But that was one of the tests. After going through the cholla cactus field, barefoot, what else did he have for us? This guy came up with all kinds of crazy stuff. This shaman was crazy. Well, he wasn't crazy. He was testing us, see? So this next one, that's what I'm saying. This is a short. Okay, Jahad, do you bring clothes? I didn't have many clothes when I was living out in the desert, if that helps you any. I just had a blanket, literally. Now, I didn't know it was a nudist commune. Well, they didn't say commune. They said a society. It was in the 70s. It was at Indian Spiritual Hot Springs. I can't go there right now. I've done a little bit on it. I'll do more, okay? I promise. Did you bring clothes? I don't know about bringing clothes. I got clothes. I didn't then, though. I didn't have any clothes. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. Look at that face. I got nothing for him. Nothing. Are you Muslim? No, I'm not Muslim, but I know everything about Muslim, and I know the Quran. I know a lot of things. I know a lot of things. And I know the 8 major religions. I'll go into that another time, all right? Ice, VR67, hi. Hey, Ice, I don't think I've seen you before. This guy hasn't seen you either. Anyways, watching me, join my club. That means you join. I'll join your club. And if you don't have a subscription to join, get one, and I'll join it. If you join mine. That's the deal. It's the Law of the West. And I've done that before. That was my other live I did, the Law of the West. So getting on with the story. The shaman, Indian, the Yaqui shaman, medicine man, is now taking us for a ride. Now, he had a lot of, uh, the vehicle that he had TP stuff on top. He was going to make a TP whenever he wanted to, that kind of, and he had an entourage of his student, the beautiful girl that was going to get married to his student, that the shaman sent me up to the cave alone with. That is the live I did on 7-day fast. That I had a dream about her 2 years prior in 1974. In 1976, here I am meeting this girl, and I passed the test. That's all I'm going to say. The 7-day fast. That would be the girlfriend. That is the name of it. So he had them and 4 other, I think 2 Pima and 2 Apache girls. All right, they're full blood. They made great chapatis. That'd be another story. So we go. He says we're gonna go for a ride. So I follow him. It was like, I don't know, like 30 miles from the hot springs, going south. That's all I remember. And when we parked, he says, this is where we're going to camp. Now, they had a big tree. It was there was some cypress, there was a saguaro cactus that had to be at least 2,000 years old. I know my saguaro cactus, and they get up to 2,000 plus years of experience. Now, right next to it was a oak tree that had to be at least 1,000 years old. And I never, to this day, have seen in my desert days of being in the desert, a saguaro cactus and a oak tree not more than like 3 feet apart. Just 3 feet. They live together. To look at it, I'm going to have to go back there and take a picture. So he says, this is where we're camping out. All right. Hey, Randall's, I'm have to follow along. Hey, Randall's, it's a good choice. Because I got some stories here that's going to be fantastic. Hey, you, stop knocking my, hey, do it again. This guy, he turned my video off the other day. Hey, Yakova Mara. Hi, I'm grandma and died yesterday, and I'm having a real hard time. I hope you see this love from Israel. Hey, Yakova Mara. Your grandmother just died yesterday. Well, your grandmother made a transition, and okay. I normally don't do this, but I gotta, because this is the prayer that I do. Or very similar. It's always different, but we're going to do this for you. Okay, Yakova Mara, your grandmother. In the name of Jesus Christ, in the name of Mother Mary, in the name of all the saints and sages, of all the spirits of light, the 7 archangels, Archangel Michael and Gabriel, and all the other 5 archangels, we call for the encirclement of this grandmother to be taken to the retreats of light for the next schooling that she is necessarily going to be taught. And we not only ask it for her, but all souls that are departed at this time to be brought to the retreats of light safely, their souls safely brought there by the 7 archangels and the beings of light. And we ask this in accordance with the will of God. Amen. That's all I have to say on that. Okay, God bless you too, Yakova. Logan Baker, is God black? God is closer than the air you breathe. He is closer than your feet. You want to say he's black, white, red, yellow, brown. That's all the old 5 colors we got. We used to have blue and green, but somebody had prejudice against them because you don't see them around. So the misnomer on God is that we got these Michelangelo things with 2 fingers. Some guy with a white beard and another guy reaching up. This is a misnomer. This is just to throw you off. God is not a person per se. He he is everywhere. Actually, I'm going to go into that. God is fire. If you look into any of the India, they go back millions of years, by the way. They got transcripts millions of years old. I can't go there right now, but just this, what India says. God is fire. And as we look into things, do we not see? We can now see atoms, cells, electrons, protons, photons. They're all fire. So, if they're all fire, and we are fire, that means everything has God in it, right? Okay. I'll just leave it at that. I'm keeping it simple as I can. Um, Logan Baker, you're welcome. And Jacobo Mayer, God is all light. Yes, he's all light. He's not only all light, he's all fire too. All right. Okay. Very good questions, by the way. All you guys asking me this stuff. I love it because I work on this. I work on the moment. I'm trying to. I'm trying to just trying to end up really fast here on the story I got for you. Okay, Sora cactus, over 2,000 years old. I got an oak tree living like 3 feet from it, over 1,000, probably more. I've never seen an oak tree and a Sora cactus live together ever. So I'm saying this is a very special spiritual spot that the Yaqui shaman, medicine man, brought us to. So we make a fire. And these girls were fantastic. They make these chapatis. The chapatis, it's little flour, little raisins, little honey, something you could throw nuts in there. Remember Jeremiah Johnson? Remember Jeremiah Johnson? And Jeremiah Johnson was eating this and he keeps spitting it out because he didn't like it. Well, these are good chapatis. That's what he's eating, chapatis. But maybe the Indian girl knew how to cook them. Maybe she wasn't putting anything in there. But these people were putting raisins, little nuts, honey, and it was real simple. Once the fire came down to just the white, it was coals, but the white fluff on top, they put the chapatis right on top of that. Then they turned a couple times, and these were fantastic. I could live off them. I mean, I was living off just raw food anyway for that year. But these were very tasty. So we made a few chapatis. Sundown goes down. Now the shaman starts. I think he was doing the recorder, the little flute. I got one too. I'll do that one of these days. I got it from an Indian too. I've played little Indian songs here and there. I'll do one for you. Okay, so hey, Byros, I love your hat. Is it 100% leather? It is 100% leather. It's called Mini Tonka. They made them back in 1948. Just Google Mini Tonka. Mini Tonka hats. You'll get a very good deal. They're all leather. I've had this over 30 plus years in the snow, the rain, the wind. In fact, it was raining today, and it still held its shape. It's remarkable. Okay, Vervos, I really love your style, man. Okay, I really love that you love my style, but we got to keep going with this story. By the way, anybody coming in late, you join my club, subscribe to me, I'll subscribe to you. If you don't have a station yet, or a handle, I don't know what you call it, subscribing stuff, get one and I'll subscribe to you, all right? If you subscribe to me. And I'm not pushing anybody. I don't want to push anybody. I want it to be by free choice. So, okay, hey, Baristas, I appreciate that. So, he starts playing the flute, the shaman, and his assistant, the one that has a girlfriend, is going to get married to, he starts doing the drums, right? But before he did that, he got this moss, some kind of, it was like moss hanging from a tree. And I've seen it in like Virginia, back east, this kind of moss. I don't know what kind of moss it is. But he took the moss off, he threw it in the fire. And between that moss and the playing of the little recorder the shaman had and the drum, I was out in less than like probably less than a minute, man. A minute, man. I was out. I was sleeping. Oh, but I almost forgot. He said before we went out sleeping, he said, I want everyone, and this is the whole gang here, I want everyone to remember their dreams. And I want to know what you dreamt. And after that, I was out in less than a minute. After all the little recording and the drum beat and the moss that was thrown in the fire. I think that moss had something to do with it too. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that on a different level. So I wake up. Okay, by the way, there was this other guy. He was at the Indian Hot Springs, but they were leaving. And then there was Joaquin and his wife. They were both Indian, and they were Yaqui from Mexico. And who else? That was it. That was all we had. So we wake up in the morning, and Shaman says, "Hey, anybody have a dream?" And the one guy who was by himself that was leaving, he said the Indian Spiritual Hot Springs was negative. Well, he was a wise man because he picked that up within 3 days. And so he said his dream was he was standing in a stream about waist deep, and 2 trout came by, and he grabbed one tail and he grabbed the other tail. So in one hand he had a trout's tail, the other hand he had a trout's tail. And they were both going that way, and he was holding on to both. Oh, before he got to the stream, he was walking over a bunch of skulls. Dead people and skulls. And he got to the water. And he got a hold of 2 fish going both directions. And he said that was his dream. I found out later he was getting off heroin. And by the way, that dream, it took me a couple of years to think about it as I was thinking about it. He was walking over dead skulls and dead bodies to get to the water of life, the water of spiritual life. And once he got into the spiritual life, that he had two choices to go, that way or that way. And what he did was, that's the other part, he let go of both the fish. So I guess he was indecisive on what direction he was going to go. But he was an ex-heroin addict on that dream. I didn't, I was, I don't know, I was just, oh, damn, not damn, darn. He had another dream. He had 2 dreams. You guys are fantastic. You're bringing back memories. Yes, bro. Yeah, good. I'm eating and cooking what I said I was. Hey, Randalls, that's fantastic. You're eating. And you're watching Uncle Martin. Okay, there's a developer. Hey there, Joel, Uncle Martin, laugh. Hey, you laughed at it, huh? I think that's funny. So, so the second dream was there was a spider. He dreamt of a spider. And this is a big fat spider that came up and took his gun. See? Took his gun and ran off. Now, the funny thing is, it's not funny. He had told me the day before, he said he had a gun. He had a gun for sale. And he didn't know who to sell it to. I said, well, I don't need it, man. I don't want it. So, okay, just keep that on the back shelf. Oh, my God, I didn't want to go that far. But it'll come full circle. I promise. I promise it will. It's pretty fantastic now I'm thinking about it. Okay, my dinner won't be that fancy. Hey, Jill, your dinner doesn't have to be fancy. Little angel hair pasta, little basil, I don't know, a little butter. My dad taught me at, I guess, 8 or 9 that rye bread and butter was all we were going to eat. In fact, that is a live that I did. Maybe somebody want to check out. Rye bread and butter. It was teaching us to be grateful for what we had, because people are starving all over the planet. And they still are, but when I was 8 and 9, I didn't know about that. So he was teaching us being grateful. We had a full refrigerator of food, but we were going to get bread and butter. Rye bread and butter. That's. Please check it out if you can. You have angel hair pasta, but no basil. Hey, I thought you said you had basil. Maybe I misread that. So that's what the guy that left the spider and the gun. All right. The rest of the people don't remember diddly on what they dreamt. It was just him and me. All right. Um, okay, Randall, you're bringing up a lot of food here, man. My dad says beans and potatoes and onions. We were brought up Italian. Know what we called it? We called it pasta vazul. That's where you just had. And I said pasta vazul. I want pasta vazul. And pasta vazul is just like a pasta and beans. But it's very healthy for you if that's all you got to eat. We were brought up poor. I never had to eat that until later. Okay, I hate when you go stock up on the grocery store and then you don't want to cook, so you go out to eat. Yeah, you know what, Jean? You buy all this food. Make sure it doesn't. Make sure it's for the hard times, and don't go out to eat at restaurants anymore. Because know why? A lot of them don't follow the food handling class. That's what I'm saying. I was out the last few days because I went out and ate at a restaurant. I was off Monday and Tuesday. I could have done some lives. I had food poisoning, and I had to take off on Wednesday. So I had 3 days of food poisoning. I don't get food poisoning, and that's what I'm saying. I went out to eat. So, and every time I've gone out to eat, I always say, "Hey, I could cook this better at home," and it's so true. About all the girlfriends I've had, I've always been the cook. Not that they weren't good cooks, but they always wanted me to cook. Hey, imagine that. Okay, hey Randalls, what are you up to here, buddy? Number two, you've been up around here for a while. He had to go out and find food and says the dumpster is mostly potatoes and stuff. Hey, if you're a dumpster diver, it doesn't mean anything. I I understand this. Homeless people, they might have to dumpster dive because they have no food. But you can't look down on these people. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because that's judgmental. Not only that, a lot of these not dumpster divers, but these people that are homeless don't necessarily have to be homeless. A lot of them made a conscious decision. They like living on the street, and they like dumpster diving. They like getting all that food out of there. But this is my take on this. As far as judgment goes, it's another way of looking at things. Like I try to get across. Let's just say a homeless person gets in there, gets half a hot dog, eats half a cannoli, and then about somewhere between dinner and dessert, like a ray of light just goes right through him, and he realizes, what is he doing eating this half a hot dog, let alone this cannoli or whatever dessert it is? What has he been doing with his life? And it clicks in like he had to do this for a certain amount of time to where that light of God shoots right through him and says, there's more in your life to do this. You have the potential to do whatever you want. This kind of concept hits him, an amazing awakening. And it took him to do dumpster diving to realize this. That's what I'm saying. It very well happens that way. And then from there, he's out of the dumpster. He's now starting his own company. And he needed that to see that there's more in life, whether it came back from Nam or some traumatic experience, that people do these things. There's all different levels on this stuff. But what I'm saying is he spiritually then climbs the ladder to where everyone else that's looking at this individual like he's a dumpster diving fool slob, where in reality he had more spiritual attainment than many people that are judging this individual. That's why you can't judge anyone. Well, you can if you want, but whatever you give out, you give back. So if you're judging somebody, you're going to be judged. That's what it comes down to. Hey, Joel, hearing stories like that makes appreciate what you have. Hey, Joel, I believe you are from Egypt or somewhere around there. That means you're about 10 hours away. What does that make like that? 3, 4 in the morning? I'm only guessing. I'm only guessing. Are you in Egypt? Or, I don't know, somewhere like that. Somewhere around there? Just making a guess. So we all make judgments and, things like that. Um, hey, Falcon, welcome. This is on, man, a lot of stuff. Falcon, you gotta check out the stuff in the beginning, please. No, I'm on the other side of the planet. Hey, what are you, in Australia? Australia, when you flush the toilet, it goes the opposite direction from America. But actually, if you go right through the center of the earth, I believe India is on the other side. That's what I've been told. Yeah, you like that joke, huh? Falcon, hey, Uncle. Yeah, welcome. So we're going with the shaman medicine man, the dreams that he wanted to know everybody about. Okay? Now it's my turn. Um, he says, because I said, I had a dream. He says, but I waited till the other guy that was walking over skulls and got into the river. He was a ex-heroin addict, and he had 2 fish that he let go. So he didn't know which direction to go yet, or he let them both go. But that spider that he dreamt about with the gun, put it on the back shelf, I promise it's going to be fantastic for you. Okay, Randall's from Dark Side of the Moon. Dark Side of the Moon, huh? Well, that's where there's a military base, technically. But they say there probably isn't because people up on the moon say you got to go. That's a possibility, too. Okay, might be Wisconsin, might be Texas, or both. What are you, playing games here? I could have swore you were from Egypt. Jol. Okay, Falcon. Got to start from the beginning on this one. It's a fantastic one. So now it's the shaman medicine is asking, hey, what was your dream? So I said, well, you know what? I felt like I was fighting, and I think I was an Indian because I had this spear, and I kept jabbing people for like the whole night with my spear, and I was killing a lot of people, and it was very terrible. I was fighting and there was blood everywhere. It was like I've never had a dream like that before where actually I did. I was in the army, but that would have been a past life. I can't go there. Okay. Hey, Desert Amore. Hello. We're talking about dreams from the shaman medicine man that he wanted us to tell him about. So I've got this spear. I'm an Indian, and I'm jabbing all these. Actually, they were troopers of some kind, a uniform kind of people, and so I said, and I said it wasn't very pleasant. I didn't get much of a sleep, and I was fighting. I was fighting these people for the last 6-7 hours, and he says, "Oh, really?" And this is where the shaman says, the Yaqui shaman medicine man says to me, "Oh, did you not know where we're sleeping was a massacre?" I said, "No, I didn't know that." See, the cavalry from Tucson came up and massacred a lot of Indians, Apaches, right on that land that we were sleeping on. So what is it? This shaman, man. He's brought up so many things for us to get tested for. And here I am, I don't know, coming up with the goods, from this rock that he wanted us to find and he never got. This is my rock. This rock had my name on it. It was calling me. That was the Yaqui Shaman Medicine Man live I did. If you want to hear the whole story on that one, you can if you want. Okay, so he says, "Did you know that?" And I'm, "Yeah, I didn't know that." So anyway, we pack up our gear pretty much. Off the oak tree, there was this like circular kind of trunk coming out, and I chopped it off with my axe because I'm still going to make a drum out of it. I'll show it to you someday. It's an oak. I'm going to make an oak drum. I know I'm procrastinating since 1976, but I still have I have it somewhere. Okay, so now we're going to go into Globe, Arizona, from where we're at. So as we're going into Globe, Arizona, he says, we'll go to Globe. I got to go another direction because they knew I was going into Phoenix. So Joaquin and his wife and this guy that was walking over dead skulls that was an heroin addict uh, is in the back seat. I don't know. I had still room for one more person, but we're following the shaman to it. He says it's a good restaurant, but I don't know yet. So we're following him, but on the way, there's this guy in black. He has his thumb out, and he's hitchhiking. And I used to hitchhike all the time, so me being me, I said, I'll pick up this guy. So he gets in the car. He says, hey, where you? He says, thank you. I've been here for 3 days. I hate these people. I said, oh, wow, 3 days. How could you be in one spot hitchhiking for 3 days? Hey, maybe it's the aura. Maybe it's your energy. I didn't say that. But he gets in the car, and the shaman sees I picked him up. So now we're following him again. He stops off at the restaurant. We all get out. And the shaman immediately, I'm walking up to him, and he says, I got to check something out. Well, I have to check it out, too, if that's the story. Hey, Tick Mappy. Hello, Tick Mappy. We're talking about a shaman medicine man that I'm following now into a restaurant. And he says, the only way I'm eating here is I got to see who the cook is. That's really not funny, but very serendipitous. That's what both my grandfathers would always do that. They go in, when we went into like a Greasy Spoon or any restaurant, both my grandparents would go and see who was cooking their food. Both my grandparents did this. Now the shaman medicine man's doing this. I'm saying there's something with the energy of people cooking your food is what I'm saying, all right? Hey, Joel, did he order a burger and fries? Actually, he ordered a chicken dinner. I think I ordered the burger and fries. You guys are bringing back memories for me, man. You guys are fantastic. So sit down. Now this guy all in black, the hitchhiker. Now he's sitting down. I think the shaman says, I'll buy your food. So I don't know what he was eating. So we're all sitting down on the big table. Now, the guy that was walking over skulls that went into the water holding 2 fish, just got off heroin, that guy. He said, yeah, he had a gun. He was going to sell his gun. Hold on a second. What's this? BXP. What's up, Roma? Just checking in. Catch a video tomorrow. Yeah, definitely check it out tomorrow because this is fantastic stuff. I'm just shaman medicine man and all our crew is sitting down for dinner. He's going to buy this hitchhiker some food. The guy doesn't have any money. All right. Hey, what is this? Close Kitty 7. Hey, Uncle Martin, how are you doing? Well, brother. Hey, I'm doing very well. The shaman medicine man now and us are sitting around a table in Globe, Arizona. He's buying this hitchhiker some food because I wasn't going to buy him any food. Yeah, the shaman medicine man was a very nice dude. All right. So I can go there another time. So now the guy that is the ex-heroin addict is saying he wants to sell his gun. Now the guy who was hitchhiking all in black says, a gun? I need a gun. And that's when I kicked the guy that was an ex-heroin addict. I kicked him in the shins. And we both looked at each other. And he knew what I meant. This guy that was hitchhiking all in black that hated people was not so... That was the dream. See, he said... The ex-heroin addict said there was a big black spider and he was going to buy his gun. It doesn't get any more explicit than that, does it? This big black spider, this guy was all in black. He hated people up in Globe. 3 days trying to hitchhike. Nobody picked him up except me. And we're feeding him food and he wants this guy's gun. No, very negative. I'm just saying I kind of picked it up at that moment, just something I did. Hey, Ackles, hope. Sorry, the peach cobbler is a little bit stout tonight. Hey, you know what? Peach cobbler is, it's always nice whether it's stout or not. Okay, so the guy that's an ex-heroin addict is not going to sell this guy a gun. Now, when we're done with dinner, this guy was hitchhiking all in black said, "Hey, I got to go down here." I said, "No, I'm not going down that way." I was, but I lied because he was not going to go. Okay, I did end up. Okay, the guy with the ex-heroin addict, he was dropped off somewhere in Superior down the road, a few more miles. And I was going into Phoenix. And I brought Joaquin and his wife over to our house because they were from Mexico and they were yaki. Well, he did show me some, because eh, I made I made furniture out of trees. So did my brother. That'd be another story. So I had this big stump that I wanted to make a tabletop out of. So I had a big chainsaw. And he says, "Yeah, if you just cut it this way and this way, it'll just great." And he had the perfect mark of doing that. So that was very helpful. The unhelpful part was when he went in, because we had a rotary phone. You have to look that up, rotary phone. That's where you call on the phone. It's rotary. That's where we were at there in 1976. Well, he called Mexico and had a $400. See, back then, long distance was expensive. My dad wanted to know why it was a 400, because the guy was already gone. I said, "Oh, that must have been Joaquin." So we got stuck with a $400 phone bill. It's kind of negative. I brought the guy home. It happens, you know. So what do we got? Say again. Hey, hi, Kitty, Yucky. Yeah, Yucky. Shengen, how are you? Hey, Shy Gun. Anybody's watching me, just join Uncle Martin, subscribe, and I'll subscribe to you. Just can't get that across enough. I'm just going into this shaman medicine man putting us through so many tests that they were always for a reason. See, everything that's around you, kids, anybody's watching, anything that happens, scorpion. I found another scorpion yesterday. I'll be it's been raining a lot here, so I had one up on the the sunscreen last night, and I didn't kill him. And I said that in the episode I wouldn't kill him. But when I went inside, I was going to take a bath, and son of a gun, in my bathtub there was another scorpion. I had to take him out, and I did a little short on that. He did. See, the other one I let go. This one, he didn't go quietly. Okay, 1976, a little before my time, Unc. Yeah, 1976, man. That was back when I was living in a desert, barefoot, with just a blanket and a staff, living out of a cave, running into a shaman medicine man, running into some crazy people that were liars. I'm sorry. I don't want to I'm not making prejudice things. It's spiritual people can lie, all right? Anybody can lie. A plumber can lie. A policeman can lie. Anybody can lie. And if you're a compulsive liar, like I almost married that one girl. It was, gosh, what was one? It was the episode Queen, the first engagement in Queen, 1974, Euros Theater. That one. Yeah, I almost married her. Martin is the new Scorpion King. New Scorpion King? Well, you know what? Scorpions do love me. But Leos and Scorpions don't get along. Okay, you guys are trying to throw me off. It's not going to happen. So the shaman went his way. We went our way. The guy, the black spider, did not get the gun. So all these dreams that come in circles here, as far as truth. Dreams are symbolic. They are also, they come true. That's all there is to it, all right? Falcon, I love scorpions and rattlesnakes. Hey, Falcon, you love scorpions and rattlesnakes? I love scorpions and rattlesnakes, too. A little more from a distance than so close to my nose. Like that one that I'm going to do it again for a live. 9 inches from my nose. I know, because this is 9 inches. This is 9 inches. I climbed up on a cliff looking for amethyst and in an area that had, I guess, scorpions and rattlesnakes. My dreams are tippy I missed that one. What is that? My dreams are trippy. Yeah, Randall, they're trippy because you're going to say, they're the craziest dream I ever had. Well, look at the last one I did on, not the last one, but the live one I did on 7-day camping trip. I did lose my canoe. Elsie the cow did save us. And Gretchen, the Viking chick, Gretchen, I had her name. It said Gretchen. The Viking chick tried to grab me and bring me into a girl's bathroom. What are the chances of all three of these things happening consecutively? Yeah, trippy is not the word. I said that's the most ridiculous dream I ever had in my life. But it's also the three dreams that I've ever had in my life that were consecutive. Now, I've had dreams before that saved my life and all that stuff. And I could diagnose dreams. Not that I can, but there's something within me that's able to help people possibly. That's why if you have a dream, throw it my way. Somebody did it already. King J, somebody. Hasn't been around for a while. I got one on him, and I deciphered it for him. Okay, so if you got something, let me know. Okay, and I always look up the meaning. Randall's, you are fantastic. Looking up the, because if you don't have to look it up, just say, what does that crazy dream mean? And within 24 hours, if you keep asking, what does that dream mean? You'll get the answer. You don't need no book. That's what it comes down to. I got a bit of a desert scorpion once. You got bit by a desert scorpion. Well, was it a hairy scorpion? Was it a red line scorpion? Or was it a bark scorpion? Is my question, Falcon. The yellow is the most dangerous, by the way. Randall's, and it always come to my life. What is that? Connects to my life. Yes, Randall, it always connects to your life. You know why? Because it's your higher self telling you what you should be doing spiritually, usually, or what maybe your diet, or maybe it has to do with could be 1,000 little things, but it's always your subconscious and conscious trying to help you consciously to progress spiritually. It's pretty much what it comes down to. Even as crazy as it sounds, that's the way it works. Okay, close kitty. Do you dream a lot, Uncle Martin? I dream every night. I dream every night, and when I dream, if it's really important, it happens the next day. That's what I'm talking about. There's no more joking about it. It's safe. Since I was 18 years of experience on the railroad, the dreams have saved my life. I would not be here talking to you right now if I didn't take them seriously. And we'll leave it at that right now. Yes, I dream a lot, and that is what I'm saying. Okay, you got to go. Keep knocking my... Sorry, buddy. That's the way it goes. Yeah, he keeps knocking my phone. He's got to go. Nope, no more. He keeps wanting to jump up. I got news for him. So when it comes down to dreams, you're always going to wake up in the middle of the night. Have a little, any kind of paper and pen. Some kind of nightlight, like a little baby nightlight. Oh, you're coming up again. All right. Well, you better be calm, boy. Better be calm. And you write it down. Scribble, whatever it is. And all you kids out there and that can't write, you got a pen, pencil, scribble something. And in your mind, you'll know what that scribble means. You people that have more experience, write down whatever it is, just like 5 or 6 hot topics of the dream. That'll help you when you wake up in the morning. Say, hey, that's that, and that. Rather than waking up in the morning, you don't have just that. And by the time you have breakfast, you don't have nothing. You might have some water, or maybe a boat, or maybe a car, or a motorcycle, or a bicycle. And that's all you got. That's not good enough. Well, all those things mean something I can go into, but you want the whole story. And by the way, when you consecutively dream something during the course of the night, that means, that's what I'm saying. When you write it down, you'll see that the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dreams you have, or 2, 3 dreams, they all tell a story of the same meaning of what it's trying to get across to you as far as information. It's really amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, Shangri-La, see you. Hey, Shangri-La, I'll see you maybe tomorrow. Okay, Cheyenne Falcon. I was in Australia and I can't remember the species. Species in, you know what? You could have been if it was yellow, it was the bark scorpion. They're out there. There's also the hairy scorpion. I don't know about the other scorpions. If it was black, don't worry about it. It's like a bee sting or a wasp. Reynolds, it's amazing. Okay, Shanghai. Good. Falcon, message reaction. Okay, guys. I'm really glad you hung out this long. It's the 11th on, geez, what is today? I believe it's Saturday. October 11th, Saturday. Yeah, it is Saturday because tomorrow's Sunday. I'll have possibly something tomorrow and Sunday. If it's going to rain here very shortly. It's been raining like 4 days in a row, and I had this little window that I was able to work today on. Okay, Falcon. It's strange how most dreams are forgotten and some stay with you. Yes, that's the other thing, Falcon. That's a very good point. Black and white. Do you dream black and white, or do you dream color? All right, that's a question I got for you. Think about it. You ever dream black and white, or do you dream color? And are you outside when you dream? Are you in the house when you dream? Are you up in the attic? Are you in the basement? Or are you in the kitchen? Are you up in an airplane? Are you on a boat? All these things matter, okay? So write these things down, and I'll be able to maybe help you if you can't get the answer. Falcon colors, yeah. Color are the most vivid. Black and white are very rare. I think in my life, I've had 3 black and white. It was always on a plane and going. So black and white is very spiritual, very top spiritual. Not that the others aren't, but it's rare to remember black and white. That's all I'm going to say. Not many people do. It's just that I remember so many of my dreams. In fact, to this day, they're still coming true from years ago. As crazy as that gets. So it doesn't happen necessarily within a week or 3 days or the next day. It could happen a couple days later. That's what I'm saying. 1974, when I woke up in that cold sweat, all red, and that girl and I were doing the, well, what would you say it is? The wonderful thing there. Then we turned into eagles, and then we came down next to this mountain. And here, 2 years later, that's the 7-day fast that the shaman medicine man set me up with his Sheila's, the student's girlfriend, to do a 7-day fast up in a cave. And that's when it hit me. Holy mackerel. This is the dream I had in 1974 in New Jersey, but I'm in Arizona. Isn't that crazy? So it can take 2 years or more before your dreams come true. So I was able to assess that at the moment to see that I didn't even think I was being tested, but I guess I kind of was. Okay, I've seen the rainbow serpent. Hey, rainbow serpent. Well, that could be anything. That could be the Kundalini fire. It could be, there's some very high spirits with the rainbow. There's some dragons can be positive or negative. Anything you pick. Snakes can be positive or negative. Anything you got in this planet can be positive or negative. So you have to decipher which one that is. That's all. It was coming out of a outlet cut. Wait. Okay, Falcon. It was coming out of a cut out mine. Rainbow serpent is a Aboriginal spirit. Yeah, it's Aboriginal, but it's also Mexican and we're the Incas. It's also Inca rainbow. And Quaddle, that guy. He was also a rainbow serpent. And some people think he was positive or negative, but it would have been coming from Atlantis. But that would be another story. You guys have been fantastic. Nice questions here. Nice dreams. So I'm going on to 59 minutes and 57 seconds. I'm going to end this at an hour because I know most of you can't even last 8 minutes. Yeah, Quaddle, that's the guy. Quaddle, Quazzle. Yeah, it's a tongue twister. I've read a lot on this guy. Yeah, he came from Atlantis and he came over. Uh, he was a pretty high spirit, basically. Hey, Leanne Russell. Hi. Hey, Leanne Russell. Haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, Falcon, you're a very knowledgeable person. I like that. So, anybody that's missed this so far, please, I would say in 12 or 14 hours, check it out again. Because I don't get any credit right now with you guys. I can't even read when I repost this, I don't read any of this stuff, and I'm really pretty disappointed at it because I like to go over it a little bit. Hey, Joseph, hey, nice to catch you live finally. Okay, Joseph, wait 12 to 14 hours before you watch the beginning. All of you that are still there, all right? Jal, okay, I will, Uncle. 12 to 14 hours later from now, it's like going on 6 o'clock Arizona time, 12 to 14 hours, watch this from the beginning so I can get some kind of credit. And leave me a comment, thumbs up or down. That'd be great. Because I'm telling you, man, I got hundreds of people who have been watching me, but it doesn't kick in on this, I don't want to say stupid, but YouTube until like the next day after they do all the processing. Then I only got like 4 or 5 on some of these, but yet I've got 15 likes. How could I have 15 likes with only 4 people watching? That's impossible. So I'm saying, just hold off a little bit. Watch some of my other stuff, and leave a thumbs up or down. But this one, it's a gangbuster. Just started in, I don't know, like 12, 14 hours from now, all right? Okay, guys. You guys are fantastic. I love you all, by the way. Um, I'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Unless it's actually, it doesn't matter if it's raining. I got my umbrella under me. So even if it's raining at 5 o'clock here, I will be here and I'll have another fantastic true story for you. Okay, until then, be well. God victory. It's always a pleasure. And stay safe. Be well.